The Serpent that Devours Dawn. The first warning came as a tremor in the sky, on unfamiliar shiver, like the heavens swallowing their breath. Across the kingdom of Valor, farmers paused mid-harvest. Children lifted their faces from morning chores, and elders gripped worn talismans as a hush spilled over the waking world. It was the kind of silence that makes even the wind hold its tongue. In the capital city of Argent Vale, Alara Thorne felt it before she heard it. A thinning of the warmth that usually curled around sunrise, as if dawn itself were being drained. She stood on the balcony of her tower library, her fingers stained with ink and night-hold exhaustion, and watched the first light struggle over the distant mountain ridge. Instead of spilling gold, it crept like a limp curtain of ash. Then came the roar, low, ancient, and threaded with thunder. A sound that did not echo but devoured everything it touched. Stories from her childhood surged up, unbidden whispers of the Nyrathun, the serpent that devours dawn, a primordial beast older than language. It was said to sleep beneath the world's molten heart, rising only when the balance between night and day faltered. A fable, she had always thought, a cautionary tale, told to keep children in bed after sunset. But the tremor beneath her feet, the dying light, the tremulous errant, all spun into a single truth she could no longer dismiss. When she rushed to the Hall of Radiant Scribes, the city was already in chaos. The sun had halted halfway above the horizon, frozen as if caught in the serpent's throat. Shadows stretched unnaturally long, sliding like dark fingers across the marble floors. Master Talon, the eldest scribe, pressed a brittle parchment into her palms. "The seal is broken," he rasped. "The serpent stirs, and only a bearer of celestial sight can read the path to chain it again." Alara swallowed hard. Her mother had possessed the sight. Alara had spent years pretending she hadn't inherited it. But as she unfurled the parchment, symbols rose from the page like embers caught in a wind, floating, shifting, aligning themselves into a map drawn in starlight. The path pointed east, to Dawnspire Ridge, to the serpent's throat. She traveled alone, at first across frostbitten plains, through forests where trees whispered in languages made of rustling leaves and clicking bark. Each night, dawn arrived later. Each morning, the sun rose dimmer. Birds flew in crooked spirals, confused by the fractured day. Even the rivers seemed sluggish, as though light had always been their source of courage. Near the canyon of Brechful, she gained unexpected company. A warrior with half a face burned to silver by celestial fire, Kalen Veer. He emerged from behind the broken arch of an old bridge, sword strapped across his back, eyes the color of a storm that refused to settle. She recognized him from wanted posters, once a knight of the Ember Guard, now in exile for reasons he never allowed written. "You're heading to Dawnspire Ridge," he said, not asking but declaring, "and you'll die if you go alone." Alara bristled, but before she could argue, the sun flickered an unmistakable gasp of dying flame. Kalen looked up with clenched jaw. "I have chased monsters all my life," he murmured, "but never one that could starve the world." So they traveled together, night after night. The darkness thickened, swallowing color. Once, they walked into a valley where frost grew upward from the soil like crystal claws, and Alara saw shapes beneath the surface, serpentine coils as vast as rivers, pulsing faintly beneath the ice. "The serpent's breath," Kalen whispered, dreaming of the world it's about to claim, despite the fear that shadowed their steps. Companionship grew between them, like candlelight in a long corridor, steady, unobtrusive, necessary. When they reached the ridge, dawn did not rise at all. The world existed in a dim half-state, suspended between night and day, as though time itself feared taking a side. There, coiled around the Dawnspire mountain, lay the Nyrath. Its body was an endless river of midnight scales, its wings vast, torn membranes stretched across the horizon like fallen constellations. Its eyes were twin furnaces of molten gold, burning with hunger. Each breath that drew dragged the sun backward, swallowing what little light dared escape. The sky above its head was a churning bruise of violet and rust. Alara felt her bones tremble as she stepped forward. The parchment of starlit symbols throbbed with heat. Kellen's hand brushed her arm. "I'll hold its attention. You read the binding script. You can't fight that thing. He gave a brief, crooked smile. I don't need to win. Just keep it looking at me. Before she could stop him, he charged down the slope, shouting. Blade raised, a tiny spark against a mountain of nightbutt. The serpent turned, its jaw unhinged, revealing an abyss lined with spiraling rows of teeth, each one reflecting the moment of a different sunrise long devoured. The ground shook as it lunged. Kaelin rolled aside barely. Flames of reversed sunlight burst from the serpent's throat, cold and brilliant. Alara forced herself to focus. The symbols rose again from the parchment, glowing. She spoke them aloud. The air pulsed. The serpent hissed sharply, angrily as celestial chains of pure morning light erupted from the sky, wrapping around its neck, its wings, its colossal coils. But the beast thrashed, snapping link after link. Its wings beat once, and the mountain split. Kaelin was thrown backward, landing hard. Blood sprang across the stone. Elora, finish it, he shouted, his voice cracking but fierce. She lifted the parchment, a final line of runes burning through her vision. The words tasted like sunrise when they left her tongue warm, bright, aching with promise. The chains blazed white. The serpent screamed, a sound that shattered the air and tore shadows from the ground. The soon-dying ember flared in answer, surging upward as though dragged by the spell. And then, with a thunderous collapse, the Nyarthun fell still. Light burst across the ridge. Real light. True dawn. Elara collapsed to her knees, gasping as the parchment dissolved into dust. Kaelin crawled to her side, wincing but alive. You did it, he exhaled. We did, she whispered, as the sun climbed freely into the sky for the first time in days. Its warmth painted the world gold again. Birds resumed their hesitant songs, trees straightened, rivers shimmered, the kingdom exhaled. But on the horizon, deep beneath the earth, Alara felt a faint, equanother heartbeat stirring in the dark. A reminder, some monsters never sleep forever, and some dawns must be earned again and again.